Every breath that we take is orchestrated and controlled and delivered by a presence that is invisible. And there's only one of it. It's in everything that exists in the physical world. The stones, the animals, the plants, us. It's this intelligence. And we carry it around with us at all times. This divine mind, this I am presence, it's always there. You have to look at every single thing that ever happened to your life and recognize that it was all, there's some kind of divine guidance, always working, even in the toughest of times. If we stop for a moment, it is possible to perceive a pattern in our lives. The motivators that have influenced us become much more obvious. We are able to see the unfolding from both ends at once, coming into the present moment. But until we have got to a certain point of realization, this is not possible, because everything is still seen as a series of apparent causes and effects. All of the turns that you're making in your life, all of the U-turns that you've made, all of the shifts that just showed up in your life at a certain time, that there was something that was outside of your control that was moving the pieces around. And that it doesn't stop, that it's happening right now. So I want you to stop for a moment and understand that it is possible to perceive a pattern in our lives. The motivators that have influenced us will become much more obvious. We are able to see life unfolding from both ends at once, coming into the present moment. That means from the past, what we think of as the past, and also from the future. We're able to see life unfolding from both ends at once, coming into the present moment. But until we have got to a certain point of realization, this is not possible, because everything is seen as a series of apparent causes and effects. We have this tendency to believe that if you do this, then this is the cause of this, and then this is the cause of this, and so on. We can find the command center in our bodies where all the things that we do and all the choices that we make are taking place. We can always find the command center, go into the brain, and we can locate it and find out what is causing me, what's allowing me to move my hand across here, or to wiggle my toes, or to flick my fingers, or whatever. We can find the command center. The scientists are really good at finding the command center. But I'm not talking about the command center here tonight. I'm talking about the commander in the command center that is saying, I think I'm going to wiggle my finger. I can't do that. My personality can't do that. I can't have that thought myself. I need something bigger than me to place that thought in there. As it says in the Tao, you're not doing anything, you're being done. Also, you're not thinking anything, you're being thought. You are not the one who is responsible for your thinking. Your thinking is placed there for you to elevate your consciousness, even the thoughts and the desires that are going to result in failure. Because the way that we need to accomplish things very often is to fail. Not only as individuals, but as a people. And that's what wars are. And that's what a cancer cell is in our body. It's a cell that has lost its connection to the whole. And it will kill the very host that keeps it alive. It's got dis-ease within it. Like each and every cell in our body is a cell that is impersonal, except for the ones that love themselves so much that they want to gobble up the cell next to them, and that's what we call cancer. Otherwise, the trillions of cells within us are all impersonal. They are all just doing what they do in connection to staying connected to this whole called our body. Try to imagine that you are one cell amongst trillions of cells in a body called humanity or God. That we are attributes of God. The best and the surest way you may know me being the God that you carry around with you at all times, the best and the surest way you may know me is when selfless love fills your heart and there is a strong, compelling urge to help someone, to heal their ills, to relieve their suffering, to bring them happiness, to point out the true way. That is the actual feel of me, God, within you. Pushing the personality aside, using your mind and your body for the purpose I created them as avenues for the expression of my real nature, which is perfect love, the Christ of God, the one vitalizing, quickening, life-giving, strengthening, healing, all-supplying, all-informing power in the universe. It is in you, and you will recognize it and be able to use it and access it and make it work for you when you experience selfless love, or there is a strong, compelling urge to help someone. Whenever you have a compelling desire inside of you to do something for someone else, that's it saying to you, here I am, inside of you. The 8 most important words in the English language from the Bible: be still. I'd like you to do that right now. Just be very still. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Try to get very still right now. Close your eyes even. And know, beyond any doubt, that I am God. Now, who is the I am? Who is that? That's the name that God gave to Moses in Exodus. When Moses asked the burning bush that is not being consumed, what is your name? Who is it that is directing me to Egypt, to the Pharaoh, to free these people, my people? Who is it? What is your name? Who is sending me? My name is I am that I am. And that shall be my name for all future generations. Every time you say the name I am, you are saying the name of God. But you can't do it yourself. That thought of I am is that divine perfect love that is within you. And it starts to knock on your noggin and say, somebody needs to be helped. What can you do? And you have this to push aside your ego. It's overwhelming. You can't stop it. Where you came from, infinite intelligence. Where you go back to, infinite intelligence. Here, limited because you have been conditioned to believe in your ordinariness. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new and a great and a wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents come alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. You discover yourself to be God. You who seek God, apart, that which you seek, thou art. If you want to see the beloved's face, polish the mirror and gaze into that space. That's where you'll find your I am presence. Because in every moment of your life, I promise you, you have this choice. I know it to be true. I've lived it, and I've written about it. You can either be a host to God or a hostage to your ego.